Pakistan has now publicly acknowledged what New Delhi asserted from the very outset, that India's Operation Sindoor delivered deep, precise strikes against Pakistan's military and terror-linked infrastructure. Months after the operation, Islamabad's own political leadership has confirmed that Indian missiles and drones struck some of Pakistan's most sensitive air bases, forcing the Pakistani establishment into panic, bunker drills, and ultimately a desperate rush for international mediation. The latest admissions exposed not just the scale of India's military reach, but also the fragility of Pakistan's deterrence narrative, one that collapsed within hours of India's calibrated response to the Pahalgam terror attack. A report.
In a rare and telling confession, Pakistan's Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar has admitted that Islamabad was compelled to seek a ceasefire after Indian strikes hit one of its critical air bases, Noor Khan in Rawalpindi, during Operation Sindoor. Dar acknowledged that the strikes forced Pakistan to reach out urgently to the United States and Saudi Arabia, effectively conceding that the situation had slipped beyond Islamabad's control. This admission punctures Pakistan's long-standing claims of deterrence and reveals the extent to which India's precision strikes rattle the country's military command structure.
It's good that they are slowly admitting now, but we in the Indian security establishment and Indian Army and Air Force knew all this, all from the day one, that 9 terror camps, 11 air bases of Pakistan, and 19 aircraft were damaged in India's offensive operation in Operation Sindoor, and Pakistan suffered a huge setback, and it has been basically clarified by most of the international experts on this topic. Yes.
Operation Sindoor was launched by Indian Armed Forces in the early hours of May 7 in response to the April 22nd terror attack in Pahalgam, Jammu and Kashmir, in which 26 civilians, most of them tourists, were killed. Within hours, Indian forces struck 9 terror hubs across Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, followed by calibrated attacks on at least 11 Pakistani Air Force installations. Among them was Noor Khan Air Base, one of Pakistan's most sensitive military compounds, housing Air Force operations and VIP transport units, and located between Rawalpindi, the military headquarters, and Islamabad, the political nerve center. Satellite imagery later revealed pinpoint damage to command and control facilities at the base, including destroyed trailer-mounted units believed to be central to Pakistan's air operations. Pakistan has attempted to downplay the impact of these strikes. Dar claimed that India deployed nearly 80 drones over a 36-hour period and that Pakistan intercepted 79 of them, with only one causing limited damage at Noor Khan Air Base. However, this narrative sharply contradicts visual evidence, satellite imagery, and Pakistan's own internal acknowledgements. Multiple civilian-shot videos circulating on social media showed large explosions and fires engulfing Noor Khan Air Base. Independent satellite images captured before and after the strikes confirm extensive damage across multiple facilities, including Rafiki, Sargoda, Jacobabad, and Phulari.
Ishaq Dar is a compulsive liar, but at the end of the day, he also tells the truth. When they say that 80 drones were fired by India and 79 they could hit and only one hit Noor Khan and some minor damage and some minor injuries, their own Sama TV website on 14th of August 2025 on their Independence Day published the names of 138 awardees for Gallantry Award who were killed in Operation Sindoor by Indian actions, and they were awarded posthumously. Shaheed bola unhone unko. If 138 were awarded posthumously, that means minimum 400 to 500 people from the military had died during Operation Sindoor because of military action.
The scale of panic inside Pakistan's power corridors became even clearer with fresh remarks from President Asif Ali Zardari, who revealed that his military secretary had advised him to move into a bunker as Indian strikes intensified. Zardari claimed he refused, portraying the moment as one of personal defiance. However, Indian defense analysts have dismissed the statement as political theatre, pointing out that Pakistan's political leadership and military brass had in fact retreated to bunkers as India's missiles struck with precision.
Asif Ali Zardari is Mr. 10% of Pakistan. He has a black past. He is the most corrupt politician, and that's why they have put him in a corner and made him a president who has no say. Now, having said that, if Asif Ali Zardari's advisor is telling him to go into the bunker, even Asim Munir was inside the bunker when India attacked. So nothing new. All their political leadership, all their military commanders were in the bunkers, only the soldiers were fighting it out and they got killed.
As Indian strikes dismantled terror camps and degraded Pakistan's air capabilities, Islamabad attempted retaliatory missile and drone attacks on Indian cities, all of which were effectively neutralized by India's air defense system. By May 10, after repeated tactical failures, Pakistan's Director General of Military Operations, Major General Asif Abdullah, placed a direct call to his Indian counterpart, Lieutenant General Rajiv Ghai, seeking de-escalation. Pakistan, however, violated the agreement within hours, reinforcing India's long-standing position that Islamabad cannot be trusted to honor its commitment. Operation Sindoor marks a defining shift in India's counter-terror doctrine, one that rejects restraint in the face of provocation and instead delivers swift, precise and disproportionate consequences. Pakistan's delayed admissions, contradictory narratives and frantic diplomatic outreach underscore a simple reality. India's military response not only dismantled terror infrastructure but also exposed the hollowness of Pakistan's deterrence claims. For New Delhi, the message is now firmly established. Terror will invite retaliation and denial will no longer shield the perpetrators.